Read.
इसका नाम दोस्ना.
I don't care. You read.
Stanza 4. Let us remember disclosure that Lord dislodge
Yeah.
deprived. The
We are
poet
finished
wants,
with this, no?
No.
Okay, sorry.
the poet wants us that whenever we are told to hate a person from another country, to think of him as an enemy, and if we do it, then we deprive, cheat, and condemn ourselves. He says that we should distance ourselves from such a negativity. We should never consider anyone as our enemy. During war, both
Read.
parties have to bear loss. That is why
I said, Bangme, don't come to the class.
the poet says
I said
that
no.
war is not
Stay
a
out.
favorable situation. No one has ever gained for
Bangme, don't enter the class. When I told you not to go, you still went.
मैम आपने
I said go and stay out only. I meant that you have to stay out only. विजय इसको बाहर निकालो, मेरे को नहीं चाहिए ये क्लास में.
सुनो तो मैम ने क्या बोला मैंने बोला
अगर आप बाहर निकल रहे हो तो बाहर ही रहो. I told that in English.
The poet says that whenever we think of going to war with our fellow brothers, we must remember that it is ourselves that we are betraying and
Condemning. What does condemning mean?
Huh?
I just told you the meaning. You all are busy in playing.
Condemning.
This is the 4th time this word has come.
I'm deprived. No.
Condemning is punishing. I kept on telling you this. You were more busy in what he was doing.
Punishing.
Next.
It is the human earth and no country's strength. Whenever we pick weapons on another, we defile, dirty our earth.
Defile and dirty are synonyms.
The earth,
Defile is to spoil.
the earth gets dirty because the weapons kill and their bodies fall on the earth. War always leads to bloodshed, fire and death. The dead bodies accumulate on the earth and make it impure. The fire of war pollutes the air and atmosphere. The poet wants to give us the message that war is futile.
What does futile means?
Okay.
Futile means
Futile.
no. Futile means
Futile.
war is ended.
useless. Futile means useless.
मैम देखो आया है.
The poem ends with a repetition of the first line in
मैम
reverse.
आया.
I said no, Bangme.
I'm sorry.
I said no. Okay. The fire of war pollutes the air and the atmosphere. Do you agree? Do you agree?
Yes.
So war in any case scenario, it is destroying the earth, it is destroying the human beings, it is destroying the air. These are the 3 things we exist on. Because of war, we are losing out on these 3 things. And that's why he's saying that we always should remember that humanity is we are all humans and there is no country, that's why no men are foreigners. Because if I'm suffering, the other person is also equally suffering. There is nobody is a victor or a winner in war. Got it? Understood?
The poem ends with a repetition of the first line in reverse. Yeah.
Enter.
इसका था.
And next time you will be the whole class, I will make you stand out, I'm telling you. Literary devices, you know what is literary devices?
Alliteration and repetition.
Yes. It's written in free verse, means there is no rhythm. Free verses mean there is no rhythm. Alliteration, body bleeds. What is the sound repeated? What is the sound? Yeah, BB. Was winter. What is the repetition? Was winter.
Was winter.
Which is the letter which is repeated?
Winter.
W. War, W and
winter weathers.
Look at the last, second last stanza. Year, beta, second stanza.
I thought that was
No, sorry. War, second stanza.
W.
Metaphor, uniform. Uniform which they wear is a metaphor. What does it stand for? Metaphor it is. Metaphor is a comparison. Whenever we compare directly.
What metaphor?
Sorry?
Which stanza?
Repetition and metaphor. Mom, what is metaphor?
Remember, no men are born.
Metaphor is basically when we compare. So what is uniform compared with?
In which paragraph?
Beneath all uniform, first stanza.
Uniform is compared
single
with
body bleed. Like
Look at this metaphor. Uniform refers to the militaries of different countries. War. So this is a metaphor. Uniform is a metaphor because it represents. Uniform represents different countries. Now, war time is compared to the winter season. War time is compared to the winter season.
what time?
War time. War's long winter starved. No. War long second stanza. War's long winter starved. That is also a metaphor because it is compared. War is compared with winter. Understood? Second stanza. So there are two. First stanza has uniforms, which is a metaphor for different countries, and second stanza war is compared to winter. Okay, that is a metaphor. Then repetition. Remember, no men are foreign. Enjambment. What is enjambment? I had taught you enjambment last time. When there are punctuation marks in the stanza, there is no continuation. So that is enjambment line 2, 3 and 4.
was first paragraph, right?
Yes. At the end there is no comma, there is no full stop, nothing. Na?
9, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
Full stop is there.
At the last stanza line, in between 2, 3, 4, there is no line. This next one, transferred epithet.
Peaceful harvest.
Peaceful harvest. Harvest can be peaceful.
Yes.
Harvest is a non-living thing. Can it be peaceful?
No.
The quality of being peaceful has been transferred to, given to harvest. That's why it is called a transferred epithet. Which word is not an antonym of betray?
Protect.
Mom, what is the spelling of epithet?
Protect.
Yes.
What now question?
First one is yours. What is not an antonym? Second one is yours, Wangme. Third one is yours.
Antonym, synonyms, antonym means like
Opposite.
opposite, right? Betray.
Not an antonym of betray.
Acha, not a save, right? Protect, safeguard, defend, expose. Mom, expose.
Next one.
Mama.
Right.
The rhyme scheme of the poem is AB.
Is it ABAB?
No. And ABBA.
Huh? Yeah. What is the rhyming scheme?
AB. Sorry, ABCB.
None of the above.
And the good name.
Next.
Third transfer epithet.
ये क्या किया? Aware.
Assignment. Skip.
Yes.
Skip.
One more page is there.
That's okay. That's this one. Take out your.
Use the volume.
Shall we start with another? Once we just finish with this, shall we start with another lesson, or shall I start with passive?
And passive.
Lesser.
Okay.
And passive.
Then we shall do packing. But our passive is not coming for your exam, no? You
No.
said. Then let's do a lesson.
And we will not do passive voice.
We'll do with Nishad, but a little later. Alright, no man is foreign which page
And
number?
packing is not there in my.
That's okay.
Ma'am, packing is not there in my exam.
I know, but we can still do it.
Okay.
Because we have to complete the whole book, na? Volume 2. No men are foreign 42. Quickly, let's do the MCQs and then let's move to the lesson.
Packing, na?
Yes.
Ma'am, page number.
Page number 44.
172.
I'm already solving. Page number 44.
172.
Oh, ma'am, assignment question.
We'll do 45 first too. Come on. A single body
First
bleach
45,
beneath.
first 44.
44 is the extract,
Ma'am,
45 is the question.
A single body breathes.
Ma'am, 45.
Volume 2.
नहीं आया कौशिक नहीं
Ma'am,
आया
a single body.
मैंने भी लाया है.
Ma'am, can I read?
Yes.
A single body breathes beneath all.
रुकना
Beneath all.
उसकी chance पे तेरी chance
Uniform.
पे मेरी chance.
Yes, correct. Next.
There.
in the end we all shall lie in earth earth
Yes.
earth
All men are brothers.
Ah,
All men are brothers.
okay.
How did the poet prove that there are no foreign countries? With the help of people.
Huh? Read all.
Nature.
Read all.
Ma'am, with the help of people with the same way of living and dying, the help of nature none.
So,
With the same way of living and dying.
there are no foreign countries.
What are you saying?
Eh? Which one?
With the help of nature.
In the first stanza, was it help of nature?
No.
Then?
With the same way of living
Correct.
and
Ma'am, in this point, is there irony?
dying.
Where?
Poem.
No.
कौशिक तेरा
तेरा है. मेरा next
There are.
humanity
equality and
Wait.
brotherhood.
In the second stanza is they are too aware of sun and air. That this is with nature, with the help of nature. Next one.
मैंने सही पढ़ा.
सही बोला.
Equality will be
Equality,
brotherhood. Equality and brotherhood.
With what should be discouraged according to the poem.
Ma'am, that was a fail. I thought that is
practice
done.
of hatred and discrimination
Yes. Now.
Ma'am, equality and brotherhood.
What is the poem emphasizing? All people are equal.
by law
Sorry.
by law
Yes.
Ma'am, metaphor.
Yeah. Which instigates the ordinary people to hate. Religion. Barabar.
we should hate none
Yeah. None cares.
all
Tera comes. And which comes?
Read.
Ma'am, his turns.
हो गया.
इसका हो गया, इसका.
Ma'am, I didn't get that.
We love. We protect. We love ourselves.
Listen, this one is given here, huh? All your this poetic devices are given on page number 43.
Okay.
Next.
Ma'am, can we duck and a finger?
Sorry.
Ma'am, my one is we should hate none.
अरे हो गया वो.
Ma'am,
Beta,
third
where
one.
are we? Will you please tell me where are
Third
we?
question.
Ma'am, 46 page number.
Page 46. Which question are we on?
Fourth and the third.
Who
What
instigates the
paragraph?
ordinary people to hate?
Ma'am, we hate ourselves.
We love ourselves.
We hate ourselves.
Who instigates?
Ma'am, religion
Ma'am, in
बोला
which
ना.
question are ma'am? We did it.
Page
We are on
46.
third question.
But I didn't hear the answer.
Ma'am, he said no, I don't know.
Ma'am,
Who
religion.
instigates the ordinary people to hate?
Ma'am, religion.
Yes.
Then we should hate none.
Wait. Selfish people for their personal interest. Not only religion. Who should we hate?
Ma'am, we should. तेरी शादी बोलना.
We should be hate. We should hate none.
Next.
Ma'am, we hate ourselves.
We love ourselves.
What are we doing to the human earth?
रुकना.
Ma'am,
It is
देखो
correct. It is correct. We hate ourselves.
हाँ.
Because we are condemning ourselves, no?
Ma'am, what we are doing to the human earth? The decorating. Defiling. Sorry. तेरा. इसका.
Wang mein.
Not mine.
बोलना तेरा.
What does the poet ask the people to keep in mind?
नहीं भी
Ma'am,
तेरा है.
इसका है.
Ma'am,
Your turn after his.
मेरे बाद इसका है. इसके बाद इसका है.
नहीं.
Wang mein, will you please give the answer? It doesn't matter. Just give the answer.
नहीं ये ना तो मैं दे दूँगा.
नहीं. What does the poet ask the people to keep in mind till the last time? Not to pay attention to the words of hate by selfish people. And last for James Kirkwood.
मेरा था ना.
Kirkwood.
हमारा मेरा था.
Curb.
Fuel.
Kirkwood.
Curb.
बोलना ना.
हो गया ना टीम्स को पूरा उसने.
हो गया.
ट्राई नहीं कर गया.
First one
Alright.
है.
We are going to do packing right now.
Ma'am, here question.
Ma'am, we should pack.
Yeah, I'll pack you up also right now.
Ma'am, here are questions.
I know there are questions here.
Ma'am, when will you do?
Anna too. Come on.
No.
How can Stan
Ma'am,
be-
packing.
Then,
We will do afterwards. That.
alright. What do you understand by packing?
Ma'am, packing our stuff.
Yes. And when you're going for a trip, what do you understand of packing?
Ma'am, we
Ma'am,
pack
pack
our
our
bag and.
Pack your bag.
Ma'am,
But
we
all the
keep our
things.
clothes in our bags.
Do you remember keeping all your things when you're packing? When you're going for a trip, do you ever find all your things what you're packing?
That's a dustbin.
Yes.
Dustbin.
Did I ask you to dust it? So why are we doing it, Wangme? I will send you out. Both of you will stand out. You don't touch him. You be far from him. You be far further
You
from him.
were just asked.
I asked you a particular question. Please answer that question. What do I understand when I'm packing certain things? Do I remember everything do I pack?
No.
What kind of a packer you are? You are a very meticulous packer, as in you are very organized, or you are very scatterbrained. You scatter.
Very scattered.
So what is the tendency for you to forget?
See my
Important stuff.
Jeans. Are you sure only jeans? What is the smallest thing you forget?
Ma'am, bag.
One toothpaste.
my power bank.
Toothbrush.
That's the
My
smallest thing you
power
forget.
bank and brush.
You always have a tendency to forget your brushes, isn't it?
बोला था.
And whenever you're packing in that excitement of packing, what happens?
Sometimes
Are you-
something break also.
Yes, thank you.
Well,
When we pack food, when you go for a picnic, when we pack
Thank
food,
you.
what kind of, are you very careful in packing or you just dump everything
dump
in?
everything.
Yes, so what
Ma'am,
happens
we
to
are
the food?
careful.
No, कपड़े के कर
Ma'am,
You
like
are
this.
careful.
Yes, ma'am. Close bottom, then like little bit fragile stuff, and at the topmost very fragile.
then what I will do packing करना
When packing वाला नहीं
take
है
out
वो
some paper like thing and then we will
Who's ma'am?
no I will
You pack us from or your mom does?
I press my all the clothes
Hmm.
and then
Ma'am, he was telling me yesterday that he gave his clothes to the laundry.
Yeah.
तो sometimes जब laundry
So what happens?
Hmm.
Again, don't do that.
My mom's
Otherwise, I'm
given-
seriously, I'm not
my
allowing
mom gave one line chapel
Yes. Because you are not a organized packer, right? If you do it once more, one day, as I said, I was.
अब इधर किधर निकल रहा है
Do not do it.
I'm out of the class.
Okay. So here it's all about people who are, one is a very organized packer, very meticulous, who packs very well. The other two who were supposed to pack food, they dump, so everything gets smashed, everything gets broken to pieces. Jam is somewhere else and all that comes. So they are all scattered. They keep the
Ma'am,
butter.
once I bought a butter packet from supermarket when I came
मैम
home, I
हम
forgot I went down the
टूथपेस्ट भूल
stairs
जाते हैं
and threw pura
सर
butter in chips, in biscuit, all in one.
Yeah, and then by the time you arrived home, everything was broken because chips were not chips; they were maybe crumbs.
No, ma'am, like my butter melted, right? So it was all over the thing.
Yes, and you destroyed it.
I got a flying chapel.
Yes. Definitely, if people will give you flying slippers because nothing, you spend so much of money on the butter and the butter is not there only. So definitely you have got. Okay, so packing is all about that. How like when they are preparing for the trip and how disaster happens like that.
मैम और बुक नॉट ब्रॉट
This book only you have to bring, and that book is there.
It is there.
no
Yeah,
no
open packing.
Ma'am, where it is?
See
Page
the page.
number 82.
Ma'am, page number
82.
82
notes for the teacher.
2 to
82.
अरे 82 बोला तो
Sorry.
कितना?
मैम को कितना तंग करता है रे तेरा कम तंग कर मेरे जितना अरे जितना
And here notes for the teacher.
अरे
Turn.
Ma'am, it is reach for the dog.
How come your book doesn't have show?
तेरा पागल है
Both of you out.
Ma'am, please stand.
I don't mind. I will only teach this
I
time.
will not go because I haven't done anything.
You haven't done anything. You're out of your place.
Ma'am,
You're out
Ma'am,
of your
he came
place.
here, me and you,
ma'am,
this
इसने
thing.
खींचा मैम
You go in that corner. How come your book doesn't have?
मैम वो कुछ है प्रॉब्लम्स है एक दोस्त के बीच में ऐसा हुआ
Ma'am, it is new book na.
That new book also.
Ma'am, it is reach for the top. It is there.
फाइंडिंग करते वक्त निकला रहेगा
You all have packing?
यस
Is there in your syllabus packing?
I don't know.
wait no in our syllabus it is not there
Huh?
Check
school syllabus
school syllabus on your masking.
Who said?
yes it is
No, ma'am, not there.
this exam it is not
Next exam is there?
yes
Okay.
of course I have
I'm just wondering because this child doesn't have that.
ma'am
Your book
ma'am
has?
that ma'am some books has problem like in NCERT
It
also
has problem.
pages
No, it doesn't. It's not there.
The reach for the top is में. हम वो करने.
No, we are doing packing.
एक बुक के
अरे
लिए
यार, मैम इसमें वापस है.
एक बुक के लिए
Alright. So
It is
basically,
old book.
Ma'am, we don't have 2 chapters.
which 2 chapters?
Ma'am, in our book there are 11 chapters. In his book there are only 9 chapters.
I know, even my book has 11 chapters.
my book has
He don't have package. He don't have the bond of love.
But both are coming, isn't it?
Yes, I guess.
ma'am some books have that
Ma'am, it's the same book, but it was, I guess.
हाँ, वो पुराने book का होगा.
Just a minute. Achha, no, I have to list
2005.
Wait.
But it is the same book, like it is published in the same year.
मैम एक्चुअली वो
1 second, just hold on and be quiet.
इसकी बाइंडिंग के वो
Packing is there.
इसमें नहीं है.
Packing is there. He doesn't have, that's okay. We'll carry on.
Next में ही है ना, या there is the packing one.
right.
Alright. So,
मतलब इसको
Next
देखो
day
आप दूसरा है
read.
book page है.
Read.
हाँ
मैम बुक बेच दो क्या मैम?
I said
बुक बेच दो ये बोल रहे हैं.
Read. Just take out a Xerox and put it in that. Okay? Take out a Xerox and keep it in that. Read.
I will read.
मैम from
I said I pack. I rather
I said
pack
I rather
myself for my
try
packing. Packing is
myself on
one
my
of
way.
those many things that I
Packing
think I
is one
know
of
I
those
know
many
about.
things that
Then
I
Ganesh.
know about.
and then
Ma'am, I started first.
It surprises me myself sometimes how many such things there are. I impress the fact upon Georgie and Harry.
George.
George
George.
and Harry.
Read.
And told them that they had better leave the whole matter entirely to me. They fell into the suggestion with
Readiness.
readiness that had something uncanny about it. George spread himself over the easy chair and Harris cropped his leg,
Cocked.
cocked his leg on the table.
So here she said, this person says, I pack. Okay, I will pack, and then why? Because why did she say he should pack? Why did he say he'll pack?
Because
अरे.
you,
Why
Ma'am,
did he
because
say
he
don't do
he
that?
has lost his bag.
Ganesh,
Ma'am, because he
I swear. Kaushik, get up in the front and come in the front.
and because
But
he
what did I
He doesn't have a book. I want to sit with him. Sit.
and because
can I also come?
No.
he has lost his bag.
No. Why did he say? Why does he say that he will pack?
Huh?
Mom, it surprises himself.
No. It's in the first 2 lines only. See.
Ma'am, it is
Mom,
many
he
things.
feels packing.
He
knows.
feels that he feels proud of his packing skills. Okay.
Mm.
And
What is packing skills?
packing skills is when you for me, I will just fold and I will put it. But there are people who will fold it very neatly, iron clothes and all that, and they will pack it neatly so that
Mom, but what you do in aeroplane, all the clothes are like this.
agreed. But then there are clips in order to hold it in place. Certain people are very meticulous, very
The stick is not rubber stick something.
yes, it is there. So here this person, this narrator is very, very proud of his packing skills. Understood? And packing is one of those things that he feels that he knows more than any other person. So like you have different skills. You have like his maybe oratory skills, yours maybe badminton or cricket skills. You know, everybody has different skills. So he says my packing skills was better than the others. Got it? And it surprises me myself sometimes how much things there are. And sometimes if you remember when you're going for a trip, especially if you're going to Goa, when you go wherever you're going to a village and all that. Remember, even if you go to Pune, you require a lot of clothes because you depends if you're going for a relative's place, you require. So they will not have the same size t-shirt and pant if they don't have a children of your age. Let's not go to your village. As I said, let's go for a trip. When I'm going for a trip, like especially your school trip and all that, mama makes sure that everything is there for you. But you, when you will pack, you will forget something or the other. So he says, when you start packing, you start thinking there are so many things to pack, right?
कभी-कभार ही भूलते हैं.
But as I said, when we start our packing, even me, when I start packing, the thing is what even I have a tendency, I have to remember, I have to put toothpaste, I have to put toothbrush, I have to make sure that I have undergarments, I have to make sure that I have a t-shirt or a jeans, I have to make sure there is a salwar suit depending on where I am going. So like, so many things are there. I have to remember sometimes hotels, they have towels, they may not have towels, they may not provide towels, depending on like, if I'm going to a cottage, I am not talking about a hotel. If I'm going to stay in a small cottage, maybe they give, may not be there. Leh Ladakh was provided because we stayed in a hotel. But when I went to Ooty, there was basically blankets were there. This one was there, but towels were basically we didn't know. We were so many of us. Towels are very limited. Understood, because we took a cottage. We were around 10 of us, but the towels which were provided was not 10. Na? It was limited. Three were there. So in 10 people, 3 towels will be sufficient. Understood. So as I said, different places depending on the number of people we are going. So we carry our towels, we carry just in case of emergency. We may not use it. Sometimes it is provided, sometimes it isn't. So basically, when I start packing, when you start packing, how chaotic it is. Like you have to remember so many things, and then you have to put it all together when you're packing. Sometimes suddenly you realize, oh, medicines are forgotten. Medicines are necessary.
Most of all, I forgot my towel.
Correct. So then remember medicines. Medicines we have to carry. Sometimes we are at height, so we have to carry certain medicines, right? So that we'll forget. So many things. So that's what the author also he says. I impressed the fact upon George and Harris and told them that they better leave the whole matter entirely to me. So he emphasized. Impressed is basically he emphasized and he said that you leave the packing to me. I will do it. You don't come and help me. Sometimes people coming to help you also will create a mess, right? Though they are trying to help you, you have a particular way of packing. They have another particular way of packing. So he told them, you do not come, I will do it all by myself. And these two people, like, they fell into the suggestion, they accepted the suggestion. They accepted the suggestion with a readiness, eagerly, readiness is eagerly. They're very eager, okay, we will sit. Like they will relax and this person will work. Understood. So that person is working while they both are relaxing. How? Like this, they put one leg on top of the other, and like easy chair is that that armchair like that you're sitting like a king is sitting like that and enjoying life. While this person is busy slogging. Slogging is basically doing all the hard work. Got it? Read. No,
This
packing.
was hardly what I intended. What I had meant, of course, was that I should was the job, and that Harris and George should potter about under my direction. I pushing them aside every now and then with, "Oh, you, let me do it." There you are, simple enough. Really teaching them, as you might say, they're taking it in the way they did irritated me. There is nothing that irritate me more than seeing people sitting about doing nothing when I am working.
Yeah, so what he basically intended, he didn't intend them to sit casually and relax. What he intended that they do the work and he's like the guiding factor. Oh, this is not correct. You redo it. Do the fold the clothes again. Like that is not the way to put it in. Take it out again and put it. So his way, he wanted to instruct, and they do all the work. But what did they do? When he says, I will do it, they just went and sat casually and relaxed, right? And this person had to do all the work. Okay, that's what he says. That was hardly what I intended. He didn't intend to do the work. He wanted others to do the work, and he just gives instructions. Okay, but what did this two do? They just nicely relaxed and sat and had fun while he did all the work. So that's what he said. What I had meant, of course, that was I was a boss of the job. That means I will be the boss and I will be telling them what to do. Okay. And that Harris and George would potter under my direction. Potter is basically he will carry out the things what he has told them. Okay. And then he would say, oh, you, like, what I'm doing, like that, the expression, oh, you, here, let me do it. And there you are, simple enough. And he's teaching them. He's only basically instructing and teaching them. And like, what did they do? They went and sat, right? And relaxed in an easy way. And that irritated him. because that was not his intention. He's doing the work and they both are relaxing. You know how siblings, when sometimes you have siblings like that, you are doing all the work and they are relaxing, so you get very irritated, no? Like they are doing, you want to boss them. But they take it literally, they took the suggestion, oh, I will do it, you don't do it, anything. Okay. Read.
Third, na?
Yeah.
I lived with a man once who used to make me mad that way. He would loll on the sofa and watch me doing things by the hour together. He said it did him real good to look one at me messaging about. Now I am not like that. I can still sit and see another man slaving and work. I want to get up and superintend the walk, superintend and walk around with my hands in my pocket and tell him what to do. It is my energetic nature. I can't help it.
Yeah, so like he cannot sit still. If you see, there's a one lively example in your class, like he cannot sit still. The same way the narrator could not sit still. Okay, so he knew a man who would loll on the sofa. Loll is like, you know, like this hands, like everything stretched like that. That is absolutely loll. Now sit still. He knew a man, like, you know, he lived with a man who used to make him absolutely mad. Mad is basically
Very mad, like
Mad.
mad.
When
make
mad.
me mad that way. That means
Ma'am,
angry.
Ganda.
He made me angry that way. He would loll on the sofa and watch me doing things by hour together. So, like, you know, this person is very restless. He cannot sit still. So he would keep on doing some work or the other, and this person would nicely relax on the sofa, and like this, he would just observe. Now I'm not like that. I can't sit still. So that time he was like, you know, he said, I'm not like that exactly right now. I can't sit still and see other men slaving and working. Slaving?
Like me only.
Slaving?
Slaving, not what.
What does slaving mean?
I don't know.
I'm working hard.
Working hard, correct. Working hard at something. Slaving and working. I want to get up and superintend. What superintend means? Supervise. He would like to get up and supervise things. Okay, you know what a supervise, right? Supervision you have na in the school. So like that.
Sometimes.
And walk around.
आंटी है, sorry आंटी नहीं, सुपरवाइजर है हमारे स्कूल का. छोटी छोटी बात पे डांटते रहते. स्कूल के शूज नहीं पहने तो भी डांटते हैं. ये कौन सा है?
Because school is supposed to be very disciplined.
पर ऐसा तो नहीं होना चाहिए यार. जूता जूता है, जूता जूता ही तो है. कोई भी जूता पहनो.
ठीक है, कोई भी जूता पहनो. Is this one? Are you going to a party? So definitely, are you going for a party that are you going to a school? You have to decide. If you are going to a school, you have to be proper school uniform.
जूता ही है ना, तो क्या होगा?
So party होती, school होता है ना. घर होता है ना.
Well, you wear your school uniform in the party.
That's what you want to do.
Yes,
Then with my hands in the pocket. So how would he like to supervise? He would like to put his hands in the pocket and keep him there and tell him what to do. It is my energetic nature. I can't help what to do. Come on, next.
However, I did not say anything but started the packing. It seemed a longer job than I had thought it was going to be, but I got the bag, finished at last, and I sat on it and strapped it. Ain't you going to put the boots in? Said Harris. And I looked around and found I had forgotten them. That's just like Harris. He couldn't have said a word until I did got the bag, shut and strapped, of course. And George laughed. One of those irritating, senseless laughs of his. They don't make me so wild.
Okay. So what happens once he finished packing, then John was saying, you're not putting the shoes in, the boots in. And then already you have zipped up the bag again and how somehow you stuffed it in and you pushed it in and suddenly somebody says, you left that out. And then you have to open it. That's what it is. Yes. So, and he couldn't help it that he used this one. However, I did not say anything but started the packing. So he started the packing and it seemed longer job than I thought. Basically, he thought it was going to be very easy. All the things are there, I pack it up and all that. And when, it was going to be, means when he was about to complete his packing and he got the bag finished and everything was ready, then and he strapped it in, okay? You put those straps in the suitcase, you have these straps, right? Those clips which you clip together. You remember?
Yes.
So that's he strapped it in. That very moment, George says, are you going to put the boots in? And he looked around, the narrator looked around and found that he had forgotten them. Until I got the bag shut and strapped, of course, and it was just like Harris. Like Harris, for the last moment, he will, after you packed it up, then he said, you forgot that thing. You should have told before you zip it up, before you strap it in. Harris, right at the moment, he would say. He could have said a word until I got the bag shut and strapped. Of course, George laughed. One of the most irritating and senseless laugh of his. You know how, basically teasing laugh, mocking laugh, which gets you irritated and gets you very, very angry. So like that. They make me so wild. So these two characters are driving him mad. Okay. These two characters, who those two characters?
George
and
Harris.
They are making me absolutely furious. Wild is basically very, very angry. So they are making him very, very angry.
I opened the bag and the boots in. And then just as I was going to close it, a horrible idea occurred to me. When I packed my toothbrush, I don't know how it is, but I never do know whether
Page number 83,
I have
Packed my
toothbrush. Packed my toothbrush. My toothbrush is a thing that humans when
that haunts
me when I am traveling. And makes my life a misery. I dream that I haven't packed it and waste up in a cold perspiration and get out of my bed and want for it and hunt for it. And in the morning I pack it before I have used it.
and have to
Have to unpack again to get it and it always the last thing that I turn out of the bag and then I repack and forget it and have to rush upstairs for it at the last moment and carry it to the railway station wrapped up in my pocket.
This actually happens to me. What happens is, it haunts you. Remember, you forget our tendency. Oh, I forgot my toothbrush. Now, as I said, when we are packing that is a small thing, right? And what happens is we pack it up in the night. Then you remember, oh, morning I have to brush my teeth.
Yes.
My toothbrush is in the bag. So you remove the toothbrush, you start brushing your teeth, and then you have, like a habit, you keep it back actually where it is. Yes, and then you forget. Then when you are about to leave the house, suddenly you remember, oh my God, my toothbrush. Then you run back to pick up the toothbrush, but already have packed your things. Yes, then you again go back, and then you remember, then you put it in your pocket or you put it in some place. So that was one thing which keeps on haunting, because every time you used to pack, you would suddenly get up, oh, I forgot my toothbrush, and then you put it in. Again in the morning.
Sorry.
Again in the morning you get up, and then you have to remove the toothbrush which you have packed in the night, and then again the same scenario repeats. So that's what he tells, the narrator tells that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Wangme, it's your turn.
What are you doing, Mom? Suddenly,
When I had finished God,
Of course, I had to turn.
So, of course, I had to turn every model things up, and up, put, no, but.
What do you mean every mortal thing right now?
Yeah.
Oh, mortal is what?
Ma'am, every
We are
ordinary.
We are mortals. We are living beings, right? So basically, whatever we require, he is already packed in the bag, right? And every single thing, because again, we were searching for the toothbrush. Understood? And he could not find it.
Every
I
ordinary.
rummaged.
Yes. I rummaged the things up into much the same state that they must have been before. The gold was created and when child.
Chaos.
Chaos.
God, harassing
You don't know how to read?
but I in my own eye. I put the thing back one by one and held everything up and down. Then I found it inside the eye. In fact, what's more?
Now look at this. Finished packing. Look at the picture. What happened? He was searching for the toothbrush, and basically, rummaged is basically you put your hands in different places in order to search for certain things. So that word is known as rummaged. Okay. So what happens in search for the toothbrush? He again scattered the things again in a chaotic way, chaotic in a messy way. In a messy way, okay? So he says, must have looked before the world was created. Before he started packing, it was exactly all the things were scattered when he all gathered and put it up. Again, because he couldn't find it, he took out things again and again to search for it. And then it was all chaotic everywhere. You know what is chaotic?
Huh?
What is chaotic?
Chaos, like very.
Yeah, scattered everywhere. Okay, and then he found George and Harris 18 times turned it over and couldn't find my own. So he found George, he found Harris toothbrush, but he couldn't find his own toothbrush. Okay, I put the things back one by one, held up everything and shook it. Then I found inside a boot. So his toothbrush had got inside a boot. And then he started repacking it once more.
Phone is not there.
Did I say the phone was there?
I think so that for that.
When I was finished, George asked if the soap was in. I said I didn't care a hang whether the soap was in or whether it wasn't. And the same slammed the bag shut and strapped it and found that I had packed my spectacles in it and had to reopen it.
I did not do anything on
Then
I was not.
I got stuck up. I got stuck up finally at 10:05 p.m. and then there remained the hampers below. Harris said that we should be wanting to start in less than 12 hours. Simon thought that he and George had better do the rest, and I agreed and sat down and they had a go.
Now he started early, and then by the time he finished packing, it was 10 o'clock in the night.
Yeah.
So he says, and as soon as he finished packing, George said, "Where is the soap? Did you put the soap in?" And he didn't care a hang. That means he didn't care at all. Hang means he doesn't care at all whether the soap was in or not. Okay. And then he was so frustrated that he slammed the bag down. Okay. And he slammed the bag shut and strapped it and found that I had packed. Now what he found that he has packed his spectacles in it. Now without the spectacles you cannot be, right? So and he had to reopen it. So this is the second time he had to open it. First he was searching for his toothbrush. Now he had to open his spectacles. It got finally shut at 10:05 p.m. So 10 o'clock in the night he finally managed to do the packing. And then they remained the hampers to do. Hampers are your food what you carry for the trip. So that was remaining. And Harris said we will be wanting to start in less than 12 hours. Next in the morning, 12 hours. After 10 you count how many hours, by what time. Can count the time, 12 hours. In 12 hours.
What 12 hours?
They had to start the trip in 12 hours.
Ah,
So count from 10 o'clock in the night.
22.
From 10 o'clock in
And
the morning.
22 hours.
22 hours.
Huh? I'm
Not hours.
Ma'am,
22. The timing is 20.
12 hours is that only. 10
Yes,
o'clock in the
ma'am.
morning they had to start. So he said you don't do it anything because by
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
we have
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
we have to start immediately in the morning. So by the time you do, because already
What
twice
Ah. And
I mean, like back in the day.
I know,
And-
and I'm getting irritated with all three of you all.
What I am doing, I'm just listening
What
to you.
I am doing,
and
ma'am? What I am doing?
You're irritating, ma'am.
Just tell Logo ma'am to take your tuition. This one I'm not taking. I'll tell sir I'm not taking your tuitions. Is it clear? You can have another teacher. You had previous teacher, now let's this one.
You are good.
I don't care. You be quiet. You are the instigator here. You be quiet. Be quiet.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sorry, ma'am.
Shut up. So he said, by the time he says that we should start in less than 12 hours time, because if he says the pace with which you continue, we will never complete the packing, because every time you're forgetting something, you're reopening it, taking out the stuff again and again repacking. So by the time we do this, we have to leave at a particular time. So he says, you don't do it, we will do it. So that's why he says that he and George would better do the rest, and I agreed and sat down and they had a go at it. They began to, in a light-hearted spirit. Light-hearted spirit means in a like humorous way. Light-hearted is not being serious; it's being light. This one, humorous. Evidently intending to show me how to do it. So they were trying to show the person how you are supposed to do packing. I made no comment. So she didn't. I mean, he didn't say anything. I only waited. With the exception of George and Harris, is the worst packer in this world. So both George and Harris, they don't know how to pack at all. So they are worst packers. Okay. I looked at the piles of plates and cups and kettles and bottles and jars and pies and stoves and cakes and tomatoes, etc. So means everything was scattered. These are the things which were absolutely scattered, and felt that the thing would become very exciting. So he knew that these two were the most clumsiest person. They were not organized at all. He knew that they are going to make a total mess of this, because the amount of things, the food items which are lying down, he knew that they are going to be, and he was just going to watch the fun. They made fun of him when he was packing. Now it was his turn. Okay. It did. They started with breaking a cup. So immediately when they started packing, they broke a cup. That was the first thing they did. Then they did that with just to show what they can do to get you interested. So basically, they started with breaking the cups, and then they this one. Then Harris started packing the strawberry jam on the tomato. So what did he do? He put the tomato first, and then he put the strawberry jam on it. Strawberry jam bottle is heavy. A tomato is soft. What happened to it? It squashed. It smashed. Okay.
Put a chip up there.
Yes. Squashed means it got smashed. Okay. And they had to pick out the tomato with a teaspoon. So it got so smashed, like how you butter also you can't scoop up, but the tomato paste you can scoop up, right? So he literally had to take a spoon from and clean the basket with a spoon to remove all the tomatoes from there. And then it was George's turn. So Harris has already messed up. He trod on the butter. That means he stamped. Trod is basically stamped. You need to write down meanings also because these comes in your exam. Squashed is stamped, this one trodden means he stepped on. And on the butter. And he didn't see the butter and he stamped on the butter. I didn't say anything. I came over and sat on the edge of the tea table and watched them. Now he's watching the fun. Look at the expression on their face, on his face. He's enjoying all this.
But in this figure,
Yes.
he's moving forward, but his face is like turned backward.
So look at the expression now. Look at, because see the butter is stuck to his shoes.
Yes, ma'am, but the shoes is face that direction, but his.
It's an illustration. It's an illustration. They will not give you all clear this, na?
हाँ, पर ऐसे अच्छी है ना जिससे इससे तो पढ़ने के लिए मजा आता है
क्या है तो ये?
It irritated them more than anything I could have said, and they could see the expression on their face, and they got very irritated while he is enjoying. If you see his face, he is enjoying, and the other two are really very upset and angry. Okay, I felt that.
गलती से हो गया
It made them nervous and excited. So, like, you know, when everything is becoming a mess, you do become nervous also because you want to complete your packing, and excited also when like you want to finish it, right? And they stepped on things and put things behind them. So what they were doing, because of their nervousness,
Because of their nervousness, they were stepping on things.
they were making a mess.
But they stepped on the butter, right?
Yes, and they couldn't find them when they wanted them. They packed the pies at the bottom. Now, pie, apple pie, if you have eaten, you can't.
Soft, like
Yeah,
pie.
it is kept. You can't keep it down. So what?
pie
If you go to the bakery, they have apple pie.
बेकरी वाला
bakery.
The pies at the bottom. So pies you can't put at the bottom because they are soft. And they put heavy things on the top and smash the pies in. So again they made a mess. The pies are down, the heavy things on there, so it smashed it, like added weight, and it smashed. They upset salt all over everything. So salt, they basically when they went to put salt, the salt spread everywhere.
Yes.
Okay. As for the butter, I never saw two men to do more one and 2 pence worth of butter in my whole life than they did. So basically, they made a total mess of the butter. But George had got it off his slipper and they tried to put it in the kettle. Now they got it off the slipper, the butter was stuck to the slipper, so they got it and they tried to put it in the kettle. It wouldn't go in. Yes, and what was in wouldn't come out. So they tried to put in the wet kettle, the kettle wouldn't go in, and what was inside the kettle wouldn't come out. They did scrape it out at last and put it on the chair. Now what they did, they scraped it out from the kettle and they put it on the chair. And then without seeing, Harris sat on it. So the butter was stuck to his pant because they kept it on the chair. So it got stuck to the pant. And they went looking for it all over the room. So it was stuck to his pant and they're searching all over the room for the butter. But the butter was there stuck on his pant. Okay. And like blind bats, they basically are going and searching everywhere. I take my oath, I put it down on the chair, said George, staring at the empty seat, and George is looking at the empty seat. But I kept the butter there. Where did the butter go? And Harris had sat on the butter.
हम लोग समझते ये पहना है और हम लोग को लग रहा है नहीं ये पहना हुआ है तो हम लोग देखते रहते किधर है
Yes.
I'm like one side of foot
And then we keep on remembering.
चलो हो गया टाइम ओवर
So,
बराबर टाइम पे बजा वरना मैम चालू कर देती है थैंक यू मैम फर्स्ट टॉपिक
क्या हुआ?
मैम सच में मैम 3:30 बजे आया हूँ मैम इतना सर दर्द दे रहा है
Bang mein, if every time your head pains, you make sure that my head also pains along with it.
you are right
Yes, and that is not good. Don't you think? You are not supposed to make other people suffer
ऐसा
along with you.
क्यों करता हूँ गुजरात